Now, let's have a motion on accepting these items that need to be adopted. Okay, let me get a motion, okay, and then I'll ask for discussion.
I'll move to approve and adopt section 6,000 as presented on third reading.
Okay, so now discussion.
No one wants to hear the read the whole policy, but what we'd like to know is, so I guess maybe I ask, you've edited this policy and made changes to it, is that correct?
This policy was developed with guidelines from the Montana School Boards Association.
When was those changes or developments made?
And it also went through a committee of the board that had worked with the School Boards Association on this language.
I'm just asking when.
It was last summer.
Last summer.
Those meetings started more than a year ago.
Okay, so there's
yeah.
no new changes.
No, in fact, I don't think there was any changes at all made to this particular policy. I think this is probably word for word of what it has been.
Okay, that's all I have. Thanks.
I'd like to, actually on that note, looking at 6110, under qualifications and appointment.
If you take the mic, it's hard to hear.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Under 6110, qualifications and appointment for superintendent. Notice line 16 was removed from last year's. The line read, the superintendent must be of good character and unquestionable morals and integrity. That's not in the revised revision. Why? Is that not needed, or is there a reason it was taken out?
It's required. This one was straight from the Montana School Board Association.
I'm just reading our last year's one.
So I'm just telling you that this is the wording that they asked.
So they said to take that out?
Yeah, and they're doing it for not just our school, but for all schools in the state of Montana.
That sentence is coming out of all that.
It says an R right, which it does. It's a required change.
That sentence being removed is required.
That's what the Montana School Board
They told you to
Association.
remove that.
Anything that's required.
Is that correct?
Because of state law, that is what they proposed to us.
Did you ask me a question?
No, I just don't want to verify that if that's correct. It seems to me like you'd want that sentence in there, but if that's what you're saying there, Montana School Board Association's removing it.
It's got the R on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a simple grammar one for you. It's just under 60, if you want to just correct it, it'd be nice to have be grammatically correct on these, especially once with the parents here. 6210, at the end, I believe, in the last sentence, it should say maintain a positive educational and learning environment instead of just education. Just something simple so it's grammatically correct.
Wait a minute, say that again, Jay?
The last sentence, right? You have to have
So principals will be evaluated on their instructional leadership
No,
ability?
it's talking about 6210.
I'm reading 6210, line 14, where the sentence starts. It says principals will be evaluated on their instructional leadership ability and their ability to maintain a positive education and learning environment. So that's what it says right here.
Educational. I'm just saying that's grammatically education.
I agree with that.
You just need to put an AL just to make it grammatically correct.
Mr. O'Brien.
Kevin O'Brien. Mrs. Cornish, you stated the state required us to remove language from 6110 that involved moral character and integrity about our superintendent. Is that correct? The state required us to take that out?
The state proposed that we adopt all required wording from their wording.
But you're saying they required us to remove those words from our policy.
Not just our policy.
I'm talking about that specific line that got removed. You said the state required us to remove it. That's the way I heard this sitting in a,
The state, all of our board, all of our policy amendments that have an R on it are required from the state of Montana to be changed.
okay, so they told you to remove that wording out of this policy that you had to do it. Because if you're gonna do it, you're really paving the road for what's happened already by taking it out. And if you're gonna go along with that recommendation, why do we do the pledge every meeting? Where's our moral value in this school? Kids need it, let's put it back in.
Okay, so we're going to vote on the motion to adopt on, what reading are we here? On third reading, we're going to adopt the section 6000 as presented on third reading. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, we got that done. All right, so let's go on to preliminary budget projections.
Okay, in your board packet, you have an Excel spreadsheet on a preliminary budget.